You know, a game I loved growing up, and a game that I think that goes underneath the radar that a lot of people don't know about is Star Wars Demolition. This game is absolutely fantastic. If you like Twisted Metal, you will probably like Star Wars Demolition because it literally is Star Wars themed Twisted Metal. That's all this game is. Except it does have a few twists to it. I feel like, obviously, some of the pickups are, well, a lot of the pickups are very different than what you would see in Twisted Metal. Definitely more futuristic and more Star Wars themed. And the maps are absolutely phenomenal. I love the maps in this game, and I love the combat in this game. I've heard some people say that this game is clunky, and that the AI isn't that smart. I've never had that much of a problem, but maybe it depends which version you play on, but I've played on the PlayStation 1 version and the Dreamcast version, and I never had that issue, so I don't really know where that complaint comes from. But I can say personally, and all I can really do is give you my personal account of the game. Growing up, this was a game that I played a ton of. I never owned it. Me and my brother would borrow it constantly, or we would rent it constantly. And we rented this game, we played this game so much growing up, and we absolutely love this game. And whenever I go over to my brother's house, this is the game I almost always bring. I love Star Wars Demolition. It's a game that I can still pick up and play today, and that's one of the great things about it. It's so easy just to pick up, play one tournament, be done with it, and move on to something else if you want. It's the perfect type of just pick up, play, be done with game. Or you can binge play it. Me and my brother actually do this thing where we close our eyes and we count to 10, and we basically are just hitting the select button over and over and over again to get a random character. We're just trying to see which character we can play as, and whatever random character we get, that's who we pick and that's who we play as. And it just gives us a little bit of a different experience every time we play it, and it's always fun to see what combinations of characters do you get, because this game really does have a ton of different Star Wars characters from all eras of Star Wars. You got Boba Fett, you got Lando Calrissian, you got Tia and Gia, who are, I think, only in this game, but I love those characters. I think they're really cool. But you also have Darth Maul in this game. You know, you have a Stap, but the Stap is actually being controlled by a Jawa, who's controlling the droid on the Stap, which is pretty neat. There's a Wookiee in an AAT tank. There's a lot of cool stuff in this game, and I absolutely love it. There's even a Jedi in this land speeder like Luke's, but has like a cover over it, so it's like think of like a convertible almost. It's a land speeder that actually has a full-on bubble cover over it, a cockpit, if you will. And even Aura Scene's in this with her sniper rifle. There's so many cool characters in this, and there's so many different combinations of battles you can have. It's so much fun. I remember as a kid running around as Malakili on the Rancor, and just being able to pick up other characters and other vehicles and stuff and just smash them into the ground and throw them was so awesome. This is a game that I feel like nobody talks today. Nobody talks about this game today. I don't know a single person that isn't related to me that talks about this game. And it's so weird because a lot of Star Wars games do get talked about. I will eventually hear things about other Star Wars games. Even Star Wars Episode 3, for example. People remember that game because it had it had the normal storyline, but then if you did split screen, you would have the versus fighting mode. Everyone remembers Battlefront 1 and 2. Those games were phenomenal. Of course people remember that. Everyone remembers Knights of the Old Republic. Again, phenomenal games. I've even heard people talk about Star Wars Jedi Power Battles. That's another phenomenal game. I love that one. Even Phantom Menace, the game. Pod Racer Revenge, but no one ever talks about Demolition. And I find that so strange because it is such a great game. It controls, I think, pretty smoothly. It's not perfect. There's a little bit of sliding around, I guess, but it's never something that I thought affected the gameplay that much. The actual environments themselves are really cool because the environments actually do make a difference. There's different stuff going on each map. Like in the Yavin map, there's these Sith statues that will crush your vehicle. They'll close on it. And there's this power-up at the top of the pyramid that if you pick up, it's like this gold ball, and you pick it up and it'll give you invincibility for a short time, but then that ball will go rolling down the pyramid, and it can cause damage to other vehicles in its way. And I think that's really neat. there's a lot of destructible environments in this. You can get your shield knocked down and you can go try to get your shields recharged at the recharge station, but someone can destroy that recharge station. There's an ammo station. You run out of ammo, you can go to the ammo station. Someone can destroy that too. I think it's a lot of fun, and I think that it has quite a bit to offer, and it's one of those games that, like I said, it always surprised me that just no one talks about it. And I think that it definitely deserves talked about a little bit more. I hope that you seeing this gameplay will let you see what this game has to offer, because it is a lot of fun, and I definitely think that you should play it if you are a Star Wars fan, and if you are a Twisted Metal fan also. But mainly Star Wars. If you're a Star Wars fan, do yourself a favor and pick this game up. It's absolutely fantastic. And I can't talk about Star Wars Demolition without talking about the music. The music in this game is phenomenal. It's got this weird kind of techno Star Wars sound, and I just like it. I don't know. It's like it's electronic sounding Star Wars music, and it just works. I don't know how to explain it. It just works. I love the sound of it, and I think it's phenomenal. What can I say? Maybe I'm just a sucker for techno music. I like the electronic sounding music, but it mixed with Star Wars somehow just works, and it sounds really good. I like it. So the music is something that, I'll be honest, I actually was just listening to the music in the car yesterday. I picked my brother up for work, and me and him were listening to that in the car. We were listening to the Star Wars Demolition soundtrack. It's that good to me, and this game is that good. This game is phenomenal. It's amazing. I love it. And is it as good as something, say, Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic? No, because you're not getting that story. But if you're just looking for a fun arcade experience, this is that type of game. If you're looking for just a fun experience for a game that you can just pick up, play a match or two, be done with, this is that game. Because it is so, that's one of the things I love about these games. Especially these old Twisted Metal style games, or these Demolition games, you know, these old vehicle games like this, vehicle combat games, they're so easy to pick up, play, and set down and walk away from. Definitely check out Star Wars Demolition. You owe it to yourself as a Star Wars fan. And I will say also, the maps on this game, amazing. You get Naboo, of course. You got Mos Eisley. You got the Dune Sea. You got the Death Star. You got Yavin. You got Dagobah. Dagobah sucks, though. I hate that map because there's these little, if you wait in the water too much, these little fish will start jumping up and biting your vehicle, and that's annoying. But you got Bespin. Did I say the Death Star already? Well, I'm saying it again. You got the Death Star. You know, there's a lot of awesome maps, and it's just so much fun, and I definitely think that, again, if you're a Star Wars fan, do yourself a favor and play this. Check it out. Give it at least a shot, because it's something that a lot of people, I think, may have missed out on, and it's still a lot of fun today. Yeah, I have nostalgia for it. Maybe I'm blinded by it. I don't know. But I don't think I am. Because I played other games that I grew up with that I can tell are bad. I definitely can tell some games did not age well. Defender on PS2 being one of them. But for some reason, I play this game and it feels like it aged well to me. I think it did age well. So, there's my thoughts on Star Wars Demolition. Go check it out. And I hope that you enjoy it, and maybe you find yourself a new PS1 game to experience that you've never experienced before. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope that you enjoyed this. If you did, hit the like button, subscribe button down below. Hopefully I wasn't too long-winded. Hopefully I didn't ramble on too much. I know that these videos are kind of just an opportunity for me to ramble about a game I like and talk about a game I like that I don't usually get to talk about. So that's kind of why I do these hidden gem videos. I've only done one other one. It was Marsupilami. But I just feel like if I'm able to talk about a game I like and not many people know about that game, why not give it some airtime? Why not give it a little bit of a shout out? So that's what I'm going to start doing. I like doing these videos anyway. I like capturing gameplay like this, and I like talking over it and just, you know, giving you guys a little bit of a look at what games are out there that you may have not heard of. So, with that, I hope that you enjoyed this. Hit the subscribe button and like button if you did. Leave a comment down below and let me know if you've played Star Wars Demolition, and I will see you in the next video. This has been K Lumity, and I am outie!